Hello, welcome to my channel Rauchika Designs and Decors. This is my first YouTube video, and through my channel I will be taking you all to the world of embroidery. So today we will see what all cloth you can use for embroidery. So this is a casement cloth. This is called as a casement cloth, and this cloth is generally very thick and it is excellent for flower embroidery or some general embroidery. And the next cloth is 100% pure cotton cloth, and this is my personal favorite, and this is ideal for portrait embroideries, pet portraits, etc., because this is quite smooth and thick as well. So you can use any cloth. You can either use it, that is completely your choice. You can either use the casement cloth or the 100% pure cotton cloth. I will be using 100% pure cotton cloth. So I prefer to start the video by introducing you all to the very basic embroidery stitch. So the first embroidery stitch that we will learn today will be the running stitch. So I have already written the stitch that I'll be teaching you today. So before we start embroidering, we have to first learn to fix the cloth properly to the hoop. So what you do is that you have now fixed the cloth to the hoop, and the second step is very important, where you have to really pull the cloth tight from all the sides. See to it that you've pulled the cloth from all the sides, and the cloth has to be really tight. And how do you find out whether the cloth is properly fixed or not? So what you can do is that you can just tap the cloth and you will hear this noise. See, so you should be able to hear this noise. If you can hear that noise, then your cloth is being fixed perfectly. So see to it that the cloth is tight, really tight. So don't be scared to pull the cloth, just pull it real hard and make it really tight. Only then the finish will be good. Okay, so now I'll introduce you to the needle. So I have two needles here. One is a small needle and the other one is slightly bigger one. So you can see the eye of the needle. This is the smaller needle, and this one is a bigger one. I don't know the size of the needle, I'm really sorry. So when you go for purchasing, just keep this as a guide. So yeah, this is the bigger one. So this is used when you have to put the full thread inside, and this is for smaller threads. So let us start. So now I have taken 3 strands from a full thread. I have taken just 3 threads. Okay, so let me start by putting it through the needle. Okay, so just to learn embroidery, you just need 2 or 3 strands. Okay, so the first stitch that we will be seeing is the running stitch. So how do you do a running stitch? You first insert the needle from the starting point, and then go up and down like a wave. Like you go in and then up, then in and then up, and you go in regular interval. See to it that the distance between the thread is equal. So again you go in, then you bring the needle up, again you go in and then you come up. So this is called as an even running stitch. So this comes in even length. So this is called as an even running stitch, and you have one more variant of the same stitch which is called as the uneven running stitch. So what is an uneven running stitch? An uneven running stitch is the stitch which has a smaller stitch and a larger stitch. So the first stitch will be smaller and the second stitch will be larger. So the first stitch is a smaller stitch and the second stitch will be slightly bigger than the first stitch. So you can just see here. So this is slightly bigger. And again you make a small stitch, and a bigger stitch. This is an uneven running stitch. So the very first embroidery is the running stitch. This is the even running stitch, and this is the uneven running stitch. It goes like that, small, big, small, big. So we've learned two basic embroidery. Now the second embroidery will be the back stitch. Yeah, so for back stitch, what we do is that we start from the beginning, we pull the thread out, we make a running stitch. The first will be a running stitch, and the second one we will start from a little distance, then pull the thread out and insert the needle the end point of the first stitch. So it goes like a loop, goes like this. So that's why it is called as a back stitch. So again we put the needle here, insert it here. So it is a continuous stitch. So there is no gap between the stitch. It is very much continuous, like a straight line. So we keep repeating this. So this goes like this. So this is a back stitch. Now whether we can do a hoop using a back stitch, that is what we are going to see now. So I have already designed a hoop here. I've already sketched it. It's a very simple 5-inch hoop, and it is a home sweet home hoop. So how did I sketch this is that I first made a rough sketch in a piece of paper and then traced it. I just placed a carbon sheet here and traced it. So in case it is difficult for you to directly sketch it on the cloth, you can go for this method. So let's finish this hoop with the back stitch. I am not going to use the running stitch because it will look very odd with all the gaps in between. So we will use a back stitch. You can just see how I am doing it. And for this I will be using a full thread. So thicker the thread, the beautiful the embroidery will look. So this is basically a black regular anchor thread. For this I will need a bigger needle because this will not go inside a smaller one. So I am using a bigger needle with a bigger eye. Okay. So let's start. Starting from here. So it is a back stitch. So this will look like a straight line as I stitch. So you can just see how I do it. And see to it that the distance is equal between the stitches. Don't make it uneven back stitch. So please see to it that the distance is not very awkward. This is how I am going to completely do the embroidery. I will quickly finish this and then get back. Okay. So I have completed the home. So you can see, so this is completely done using one single stitch. quickly complete the tree and then get back to you. So the tree is also over now. Now all that is left is the letters. You can see. So I'll just fill up all the other letters in the same way. I'm not going to change anything. You can see how I do the letter O if you want. So since there is a curve, we take a small stitch, otherwise it will become straight. Thread is a bit long, that is why. So yeah, I'll just complete the letters and then show you. So I've completed the hoop. So see, this is completely back stitch. I have not used any other stitch, so you don't need to know any fancy embroidery stitch to do a hoop. Even a simple back stitch will look good. So this is completely done, and now I will show you how you can cover the back side. So this is a very simple way. This is not how I do a hoop, but this is just for a beginner. You can just follow this method. So to back the hoop, I generally use this thread. I don't use the regular anchor thread, because that is a bit difficult, but you can use the regular thread as well, but I prefer this thread because it is a bit thick and it is single strand, so it is much convenient. So I'll show you how you can back the hoop. So let's start. So here is where you will be using the first embroidery stitch, which is the running stitch. So we are going to do a running stitch. So I'll start from one part. So I'll start from here, then do a running stitch. So that is why even the basic stitch is important. So if you start learning embroidery from somewhere, some random embroidery stitch, then for each and everything you will have to search a new video to learn. So it is always better to learn embroidery from the beginning. So you do a running stitch. You do this throughout the length of the cloth. So round the hoop you will keep doing this running stitch. So it is important that you leave around half an inch of cloth around the hoop, because that is very much required. So whenever you start doing a hoop, see to it that you leave a little bit of cloth. Only then we will be able to do this. Stitched around the hoop. See, we have stitched around the hoop. Now what we will do is that we will just pull the stitch together. Okay, we'll just pull it together. We'll just tie it up. So we'll just tie tight. And chop off the excess thread. Now this is done. Now you can just hang it wherever you want. So I generally use another cloth inside, or you can use a felt paper or something to cover this up, but it is not absolutely required to do that. Only if you want to cover this mess up you can do that, otherwise this itself is fine. Nobody is going to look the back side of the hoop. So this is done. So thank you for watching the video, guys. If you liked my video, please subscribe and turn on the bell notification and turn on the all option so that you don't miss any of my videos. Please do share, comment if you liked the video. Thank you, guys. I will be seeing you soon with another video. Mostly I will post videos every Saturday. So till then, bye bye, take care. The kit to make this embroidery will be available on my Etsy store. So in case you are interested, you can DM me on Instagram at Rauchika Designs or email me. I will give all the details in the description box below. So if you order this, you will get a 5-inch hoop and a pre-designed cloth where I would have already sketched the design and the thread and all the required materials for you to make this hoop all by yourself. So in case you are interested, do let me know, guys. Thank you.